Denied.
Like hell.
Finders
A gift from the goddess.
Strygor's tracks run red.
You get nothing. Abandon that thought.
Selfish.
The prize is mine.
Regeneration.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Death foretold.
技能就不怕。
Orb later to steal away the intelligence. So,
Yep.
what I'm
Fully
getting at here is
expect,
Yapsor is getting a lot of levels, and that is important. That Caudle has a good game here.
Yeah.
For success.
So is this a 4-step Ags game for Yaps?
Yeah, I think so.
As per norm. I mean, Lanam's doing a pretty decent job of making the jungle a little bit more difficult, the AOI strat, if you will.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know if I can give you a percentage on it, but I feel like in the vast majority of games, this is the best item builder in Caudle. Sometimes you can skip the 4-step and go straight Ags.
There's a glimpse. We've seen this once or twice before. Stuck inside the kinetic field again. Lan M started out with an Infernal Blade. There's another puppy. He's here for backup, and that's going to be enough for Vici.
Yapsor.
What, the Illuminate?
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna help you guys fight. Oh, I got 3 CS.
Why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? That sounds good to me. I mean, Yapsor is one of those players, we talk about how great he is, but the teams he's been on, they allow him to get this much farm as well. The strategy, like, you played with him, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I'm laughing.
For God's sake.
Because I remember a lot of moments like this, and it's, you know, I've had games where I'm like position 5, I'm like, okay, Yapsor, I'm pretty close to Blink, and he's playing this jungle part, he's like, come on, Sind, I'm 300 gold away from my E-Blade after I got Yule's Ags and Blink. Like, come on, man, can you buy 2 wards? He's very greedy. He's been molded differently in Secret, though. He's contributing a lot more to the supporting. I think it was a necessity for them because Puppy is not one of the most selfless 5s exactly either. He has pretty greedy games too, and is used to playing with a bit more stuff in some games. So they have changed their approach a little bit. But yeah, Yapsor, if you could choose a support in the world, or at least one of them, to have great farm on and know they will deliver with farm, he is very good at playing that style of support, which is, it's obviously a skill to utilize farm properly on supports. So very good at that.
What do we think of Lifestealer this game, just a lineup versus lineup in terms of mid to late game? We don't really have an Infest Bomb, at least not a traditional one.
I don't like his chances this game, I'll be honest. I think
it's a weird game because Medusa's pretty freaking good against Lifestealer.
Yeah, I think Secret picked it based on necessity. Like, they felt like there wasn't any better option left. But in a Captain's Mode game, I will almost guarantee you that no team wants to pick Lifestealer into Medusa, Doom, and Void. It's like 3 heroes that are generally regarded as pretty good counters. So definitely not the ideal game for Ace, but you know, if you have a free game like this, even if you have bad matchups, you can often offset some of the problems with good itemization. So we're going to see what he does. He's actually going for an armlet this game against Doom. That can backfire. But most of the time we see Lifestealer get this item almost no matter what, except maybe against Ancient Apparitions, Ice Blast. Oh, Lanham.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble.
Chase.
Pops the Scorch Earth, so he's pretty tanky overall. Looks like Puppy might have another Magic Missile coming up at the Ignite.
Oh,
Fire Blast, a Chronosphere onto 3 heroes. Don't know if they'll be able to get any kills out of this. Looks like Yapsor will be the first to fall. Mystic's Nade coming through as well. Look at that damage onto Puppy. That's a 2nd kill for Vici Gaming. And now Fata is the one on the run. The tables have turned. Lan M invisible right now, looking for a potential one last Infernal Blade, and that is a 3rd kill for Vici Gaming with a 5-0 lead.
That was beautiful. That I can totally understand why Secret got baited into that. I thought they had that Doom kill for sure, but last second stick charges into 3-man Chrono from Paparazzi. Very nicely done from Vici Gaming, getting those kills. Fortunately for Secret, there's no structural damage being done, but obviously the mental damage. We almost had him, and then we died 3. And then Fata wrote whoops.
When OD gets Hurricane Pike and uses it on Medusa, will he be out of range of Stone Gaze? As we're going to see a potential action here. Rage is popped by Ace. Let you ponder that for a minute.
If he uses
what the horse happens if that occurs?
If he uses Pike at max range, I think he is.
Okay,
it's pretty close.
Take your word for it.
It's pretty close at least. He should be out of range, right?
I would guess yes, but I wasn't 100% sure.
He is.
Okay. We see that, then we know that Sinner doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yep. Most of the time I just, you know, roll with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot to say, introduction of Sir Action stats in this finals. We had it last year, people loved it, and we brought it back. People actually hated it, but we're going to make them suffer with us.
Why?
Mid 1 invisible right now on the OD. Looks like some pressure will be applied to this tier 1 mid as Puppy TP's in for support. Lanham still looking for that level 6 Tome of Knowledge. Not sure if it's still available to purchase or if they've already distributed to another.
They're going to go for this Ori kill here.
And we have
Banish into Illuminate.
And lots of damage coming through. Magic missiles there. Do they have enough right-click damage with mid one? Looks like Yapsor and Puppey are taking up the brunt of the damage right now. Down goes Puppey, another banish. With the Illuminate, you have to think this will be enough to get the kill, and it is. So it's a 1-for-1.
Denied.
If you're a Vici gaming fan, at least he got a kill before he died. Could have been worse.
Imagine if you had a point in Stone Gaze there.
Oh. Meanwhile, Paparazzi getting the nice time lock. RNG in his favor right now as Ace.
Oh, he has Chrono
shows
too.
for the first time in the top lane. And like you said, Chrono is available to use. There it goes. Doesn't look like so. Some support coming through though. Very nicely done from Yapsor. Spata gets the fire or the ignite.
Oh, that was the end of his ultimate duration. That was like really clutch. 1 second later, and I think the spirit form was ending. Then he can't blind there, and it's probably a kill. Just on the end of that, Yapsor came at the right time.
A nice mana pot cancel there from Fata. He is surrounded by 3 heroes right now, getting chased, but again, very tanky Ogre Magi.
I do want to say that this thing that just happened in mid is kind of an omen of what could happen in this game. How hard they struggled to kill that Medusa without Mana Leak. They ran in with 3 heroes, had good positioning, layered their spells correctly, and still Ori got a kill.
Paparazzi already used Time Walk, but
ulti.
here's the Moonlight Shadow. And they do not have vision to actually finish him off, but they do force an ult out from that Mirana.
Yeah, so it's like, Puppey, please buy dust. I'm 4,000 gold away from Aghanims.
Fata TP's out in the bot lane. Lanham still looking for that Doom ability. We talked about this yesterday with the scalability of Doom nowadays. Are we going to be seeing a Midas? Doesn't look like he has that. I mean, I think yesterday we saw Earn Midas, didn't it? Wasn't that the first item?
There was an offlane Doom, right? So he got a lot more farm.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it's the right choice in this game. I feel like Vici doesn't need to go that greedy. They already have pretty greedy cores in Void Medusa, right? So Doom can just play more of a timing in the next 10 minutes where he's strong, and then he can expect to get carried more later on. So I would like to see Lanham getting more value items. Like this Urn is nice. Force Staff, I think, is a really good item against Secret's lineup, which we could see the Doom pick up in this game. Looks like he's queuing up Vessel for now. As we have a tower trade, I believe. Ori got the tower and Ace got the tower. So the 2 carries, or 2 of the cores rather, getting the last hits.
All right, here's a prediction for you.
Okay.
We got Void, level 15 talent.
Yes.
100 time lock damage or 300 health. At first when this came out, I was like, there's no way people do not get 100 time lock damage. It's way too good. You have to get that. But I've been seeing 300 health probably more often. Maybe like a 70-30, I want to say. This game, with his position 1, are you expecting the time lock?
I think time lock damage is good in this game. Arguably, the reason the health talent is so good is that if it's the difference between life and death on Void, 300 health can be 1500 health, you know what I mean? Because then he gets the time walk off. But since Medusa is the frontliner and is more likely to get jumped on, maybe it's better for the Void to just be this like follow through that gets kills. He's going to go on
Spear
mid
bottom, Young 11 looking for the potential arrow, will connect, and that should be a kill onto mid 1. Paparazzi getting credit for that one. 7-1 advantage for Vici, but only a 1k net worth lead right now.
Still think they are very happy. If they could see the state of the game, I don't think they would change their approach at all. If the gold is even come minute 30, I massively favor Vici Gaming in this game, unless we see something magical out of the Caudle, who they don't actually have the best answers for, so I guess that's something to think about for Vici Gaming, and might become apparent later on that they need an item that deals with Caudle, so that maybe Doom gets a Shadow Blade or Blink Dagger and just gets in the backline and messes with Caudle, or maybe you dedicate your Mirana to zone him out, something like that. Because Yapsor is getting a lot of farm. He has 2nd highest CS in his team, 84 minute 14.
A lot of those are jungle creeps. A lot of those little babies in the jungle, they don't count as full creeps. They
definitely give less gold. Caudle is significantly worse than he used to be for that reason. You get rewarded way less.
Oh, Lanham, he gets the Doom off on the Lifestealer, who's dealing a lot of damage, but won't be able to get the kill. Looks like Vici Gaming are TPing in with that beautiful Illuminate onto 3 heroes, but the glimpse is there onto the Lifestealer. Ace in quite a bit of peril. Nice swap out. This is going to be close. Not able to get the deny, though. Lanham getting credit for that kill. And now Yapsor has to get his horse out of here. He's surrounded again, though. He gets that point booster, making it slightly tankier, but not tanky enough this time.
They committed all of their saves that they had available there to try to save Ace, and when it doesn't work, the fight's just lost. They use Blinding Light, they use Swap. There's nothing left in the tank, so full disengage mode. 2 kills for Vici Gaming, and now they're farming this Ancient stack.
Yes,
it's looking grim for Secret. It's only 3k gold, right? But I feel like this game at this point is somewhat predictable. The team fight ability of Secret's lineup. Perch was talking about how they had a good chance of getting a good laning stage, and I definitely agree with that. Like we saw some signs that the lanes could go well, but Vici have stabilized very well and got all of their cores off to a good start after that Mirana had to go all the way back to base. She's still having a very nice impact relative to that Ogre of Secret's Ogre. Ogre currently yet to contribute to a kill. Mirana's been part of 5.
Yeah, I think other than the Coddle, which you brought up quite a few times just because Yapster's going to be getting a lot of farm, OD's probably the most important hero for this team.
Yes, it is. And he is not having that good of a
We have
time.
an off-lane Ogre. We kind of know what to expect from him, right? It's not like anything's going to be debuted here for the first time in Dota 2. And then Lifestealer, who's already essentially countered by so many heroes, just kind of that one-dimensional right-clicker that gets kited to a high degree. And then Venge, who's historically, again, in Captain's Draft, at least for this season, actually the last 2 at least, has not found much success in smaller pools for whatever reason. So that OD, a lot of pressure on mid 1 this game.
I still think the Venge was a good pick, though. They were just in a really difficult position when they had to pick any hero at that point. Oh, Lanham, Mana Leak bottom. Doing some good damage. Recalling Ace, that would be a nice kill for
Easy
Secret.
kill.
And we might see them try to take this approach to the game now. So, well, actually, Paparazzi does have a Shadow Blade. I was just about to talk
Ori in
about
the
that.
top lane. Do they have vision? There's the Astral Imprisonment. Fenrir's here to play, along with Paparazzi. They're trying to go for mid 1. Looks like the Chronosphere is there. Ori with the right clicks on the sidelines. And this is going to be enough to take out that OD yet again. So a nice turnaround from Vici, despite losing the Doom in the bot lane.
I was going to say Secret probably wants to play split push at this point, just a Coddle split push, try to isolate heroes. Oh, actually, Fox is going to die top here, maybe. Oh, leap into the stun. There is the time dilation. One more hit from Mirana should do it now.
This. They're going to go pretty high. They're going to get that damage, but here comes Puppey with the TP, Magic Missile, along with Yapsor on this Coddle. What can they actually do? A lot of mana leak coming into action. You get Young 11 TPs away. Won't be able to stop
they
that.
don't have detection.
And that Shadow Blade is rough stuff for Secret.
That's rough, man. They've been playing against Moonlight Shadow for quite a while, and neither of their supports had a dust there. That could have been a void kill, and that's pretty big for them. Instead, he gets out. Ori takes the tower in the meantime. Secret kind of get nothing there for their efforts. And at this point, okay, so your Secret, you want to play split push, right, with your Coddle. You want to push waves, you want to see if you can isolate heroes when they go and defend and push out waves on the other side and then recall in and outnumber and get kills. The problem is when Void isn't showing, it's actually a really dangerous playstyle now that he has Shadow Blade. I think this is perfect itemization so far by Paparazzi. A really big fan of Shadow Blade in this game. And, you know, a lot of other players may be, oh, I'm safe lane Void, I'm farming a lot, I'll go Battle Fury. I think this is the right balance when you have a Medusa safe lane, or mid lane. You don't go too greedy. It's getting the right utility here, and Vici Gaming looking to make a move at this point. Actually, with Chronosphere on cooldown, interestingly, they choose to smoke. This might make it unpredictable for Secret. Oh, and they find a little bit of a blessing here.
Indeed, the double damage on Paparazzi glowing very brightly blue. They're going to run right into Ace. Doom is applied. Arrow will not connect. Ace should just be able to run away here. The Courier taking some damage with a nice fortification. Mid 1 there with the Astral Imprisonment, and it looks like Vici Gaming now wants to run away. Inside the Static Storm Kinetic Field combination. Doom still applied to Ace, about to run out. They're going to turn their sights onto Fenrir. That's going to be an easy kill for Secret. With that Moonlight Shadow, the question is, do they have more vision? Doesn't look like that's the case. They're running in every which way, kind of separating out. Ori has the Stone Gaze available. Chronosphere onto 3 heroes, and this Maelstrom Arrow's going to finish off the OD. It's a 2-for-1 overall. Make it 3 for Vici Gaming, and Faka looks to be next on the list. And Vici are absolutely dominating this game, 15-3. And it's funny because Ace is the lone survivor, and he was the one that was initiated on with the Doom.
Thanks, Lex.
Great statistic. Thank you.
Yeah. Didn't it just say 99% of heroes that are doomed are killed? And that was the one guy who didn't die.
That's definitely an accurate stat.
Nice, that's nice. Alright, so I guess the next 99 dooms will kill. Aegis going the way of Ori, and looking to be a very, very good next 10 minutes for Vici Gaming, unless Secret finds some sort of way of smoking in, getting an opening, and activating mainly their OD, who's just really struggling to get a foothold in this game. He has the drums and 2 no talismans 20 minutes in. No Force Staff, no Blink Dagger, no BKB on the horizon for him.
Can we click on Ogre real quick? Fata has been changing his mind about his item build
he was going
a lot.
Ags, now he's going
I wanted to have a discussion about the Ags, because I think it's just a horrible Ags, but we can have a discussion later. He wanted to go Ags, then Force Staff, is now switching up to Shadow Blade. Do you think this is the right choice this game? Does it really matter that much with an Ogre?
It allows them to use an Infest Bomb at least.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's something that their lineup is really lacking. It's hard for Lifestealer to really get into the fight. Unless he gets a Shadow Blade himself, he can't really reliably get in on one of these heroes on the backline. So if that was one of the things we talked about at the start of the game, right? Like Ogre will just buy whatever your team needs. The hero doesn't scale very well. It doesn't need anything because it's very tanky by itself. So you can buy a little bit of crazy stuff like this.
Illusion will not fool Vici this time around.
Well,
There's the smoke. Puppy, the Howl Terror off.
He's running in, man.
Yeah, he's doing the usual Puppy business here. Static field, or kinetic field, not able to hold Fata in. Eliminate comes in.
Well, that's a really good
Connecting
stat.
on one.
Thank you, Slacks.
What did Slacks do this time?
I don't know. He posted a picture of dust and then some sort of alien language from the future.
Great. Well, Vici
Ogre's
Gaming
in trouble.
inside Secret's jungle. Fata half HP already. Looks like the stun's going to be applied to Young 11, able to
the Doom
leap out
again.
in time. Doom again onto Ace. All he can do is run at this point. Fata with the first sacrifice. Chrono onto 2. Catches the Doom, but that's okay. That's going to be the second death of Secret and another one for mid 1. Yapzor next. Puppy able to TP out. No, the stun at the last moment. That's 4 kills again for Vici. 8k lead, 21 minutes in the game.
Vici are playing so well this tournament in general. I've been very impressed. I remember watching some of Paparazzi's games a couple of months back and I was like, this guy is a bit inconsistent. He's making weird decisions, overextending. He's become much more disciplined in his spell casting and decision making, and across all games I've seen. He had a crazy Weaver game yesterday against OG. This game on Void, every single Chrono, I think he hits the maximum number of targets.
Including his teammate that time, but...
Well, he had to.
I know.
He's been in 16 out of 19 kills on a safe lane Void. His itemization has been perfect. I'm very impressed with the growth, I would say, of Vici Gaming's core players. Both Ori and Paparazzi, for me, are two of the flat-out just best core players we've seen in this tournament. Maybe the best in their respective roles across the games on average.
Yeah,
so
it's interesting.
No wonder they're doing so well.
Yeah, Vici, they've been kind of off and on, and I want to say in the last 6 months. They've lost a lot to Newbie, but they did beat them 3-2 in the best of 5 qualifier finals for Captain's Draft, and we're seeing why. They are quite dominant so far in this first game of the finals.
And I think they've learned a lot just throughout this tournament. I think after day 1, Vici and Secret both adjusted their drafting style a little bit and very quickly picked up on the little bit they were behind in the groups. Obviously, we saw Mineski winning the group with these 2 teams in, and now they're both in the finals, so maybe he got inspired a little bit by something Mineski did, and maybe a bit by each other. And mid lane, mid 1.
Oh boy.
He has a 4-step now, so should be able to get on, unless this happens.
The glimpse into it. All right.
For now. He's in trouble now.
And nicely done for now, but he gets swapped at the last moment from Puppy, who gets destroyed right off the bat. Mid 1's going to get destroyed as well. That's 2 deaths in the blink of an eye for Vici. And it doesn't look like this dominance will be slowing down anytime soon.
The Infest bomb.
The Fata bomb.
I feel like I'm watching a pub game right now. No detection. Ogre Shadowblade with Lifestealer Infest. This brings back memories.
So do you prefer Shadowblade to Blink Dagger in a situation like
I think so. I think it's the best item he can get. I just feel like Secret are in a really awful position right now. There's just not much to do. They're doing a pretty good job at casting their spells and trying to save heroes. It's just the odds are stacked against them, and the enemy team is just flat out just not making mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of other teams in this situation that Vici are in will maybe give away a kill here or there, or forget to push out the lanes properly, or misuse their spells, but so far Vici is you can barely put a finger on their playing this whole game.
I mean, the thing that makes this more grim in my eyes is that I think Vici's gaming is far better. Their lineup is far better late game.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to, like we talked about Medusa and Void ad nauseum, but you have the Doom that we talked about again. He just picked up Midas, so he's ensuring that it doesn't matter how long this game goes, he's going to be super farmed, especially once he gets that Devour bonus goal at 15. 6 seconds left on that Aegis, so Ori won't have that to play with, but we'll be going for Hurricane Pike.
They don't give Vision Slacks, they give True Sight.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Young 11 jumps in on the Puppy. See the Spirit Vessel applied, and that is a very easy kill. So 22-3, Secret getting completely dumpstered in game 1. At least so far. Now, is there any hope this game for Secret? Like, what can they possibly do to get back in this one?
They just need to change the kill score right now. I think that's the most
Flip-flop it?
No, just fix the memes immediately.
I didn't even notice that, actually. Chat's probably going crazy.
I'm sure the fans are really happy about this. Yeah, I've been waiting for this all week. Finally a game with 3-2-2.
Well, Monkey King Bar looks to be next on Ori's list of items to pick up. Won't even bother with the Hurricane Pike, unless it's in the courier.
Yeah, I don't really think he needs it. I like this. Like, if you're this tanky and this strong and you don't need to reposition yourself, like, who's going to run in and hit him, right? Like, Lifestealer, he just pops his ult, he doesn't care. This OD doesn't have Pike yet, so he can't even get himself in a good position to attack Ori. There's no real threat to this Medusa right now. I just don't see the hero dying unless they completely overwhelm her in like a 4-on-1. with no assistance nearby, which could actually happen right now if Secret were realizing this, but the moment it's already gone. Assistance is there, and now Secret are in trouble. There's going to be a glimpse here onto Puppey, I think.
Yeah, Puppey's
he got
here. He gets the magic missile off. We got Yapso with the glimpse. The swap, it's kind of a mini one. Puppey trying to sacrifice his life, but Vici Gaming will not be tricked today. That's one dead, and looks like mid one is again going to be the second.
Well, they fixed the kill score.
They sure did, as looks like Ace is going to hightail out of here with that Spirit Vessel applied. Puppey looks like he's having a 1v1 battle with 11, and he will drop to the deck. So 3-0 in this mini exchange here for Vici. And Fata will dodge the arrow, but we'll see how long Secret can last in this game. I mean, Ace is, pretty farmed. He has Deso, S&Y armlet. That's pretty damn good, but
he's doing well under the circumstances that he has. It is really difficult to play this game. It's like, you have a lifesteal with 12,000 net worth, and he's been part of 2 kills minute 26. It's generally a tempo carry. There's just been no tempo found for Secret
here we
in
go.
this game. We gotta. All right, it is
Fast
time.
bomb coming for you. It's on Young 11. There's the Fire Blast. Do they have enough damage? They do. He dies mid-animation.
1,000 gold for Ogre.
1,000 gold.
That's what you want to see. Now, Ogre is going to get some really value item with this 1,000 gold right now.
What do you go for? Do you just go Ultra Mobility for that Infest Bomb, Blink Dagger, and the Shadow Blade? Is that a thing? Force Staff, perhaps?
What do you go? I don't know. I'm really trying to think of something.
This feels like that Dazzle mid-game right now.
Yeah, it really does. He's queuing up Ags right now as a potential.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about this.
Maybe get some more damage, they need something that kills.
Yeah,
but
no, I agree. It's just options are kind of limited.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of Ags on Ogre? Am I a hater?
I think it's pretty bad most games when you're playing support Ogre, and that's kind of the only role the hero's played in. But the Ags itself in isolation is actually not that bad. Having extra stuns that can multicast and chain can be really powerful sometimes. We're going to see them go on
Ori, but there's the Stone Gaze, and that means Secret cannot fight, at least not yet. Ori's completely mana leaked. Actually gets stunned from it. There's the swap. Doom applied to Ace again. He's just going to continue to right click. Ori is dead. 422 gold to Yapzor. Secret are going to continue the pressure. Static Storm applied. Paparazzi popped the BKB, but to no avail. That's 3 dead. Vici Gaming getting chased. Look how fast Ace is, even with Doom on him. Another kill for Secret. Huge kills coming out. Absolutely out of nowhere. And the tier 2 tower to boot.
And they identified the one play they have left. Find Medusa alone, mana leak her, blind her, swap her. I don't know if they even used a Force Staff there to drain all her mana. And then they get in and get the kill without counterplays being available. I think Chronosphere was on cooldown that time. Damn, they actually managed to force out a buyback. This is pretty big. Still a big lead for Vici Gaming, but if they somehow find this kill on Void, they could get Barracks soon.
Oh, Ace, he's going to find that Doom, but he blinks away to safety. Question is, will Secret continue the pressure? 25 seconds for Medusa to come back. There's a swap on a Paparazzi. He's going to time walk away. Can they kill it? It'll be a dieback. He is dead. 80 seconds. Vici Gaming, another buyback force, this time on Ori. Does not have Stone Gaze. I have no idea what's going on right now, but Secret have found some life in this.
Vici are losing their composure right now. All of these things should not be happening. Dusa gets killed on her own. They try to help her. They lose extra cores. They buy back a core. He gets in a position where he can get swap dies again. And Secret are just hoping for mistakes to come out from Vici, and they're giving the mistakes to them. They're actually letting them make these plays. And a Vici that have been playing perfectly the whole game, more or less, just slipped up big time the last 2 minutes and lost a big part of the advantage they had built. If they had buybacks right now on their heroes, I would still be like, okay, Vici's in a great position. But now that they've bought back both cores, any good play from Secret right now can flat out win them the game. Now they're going to go for this Roshan. Vici will not come and contest this. Secret, no, there's no Void for 30 seconds. All right, that's an alternative way of killing Roshan. I would not recommend it.
He was just too hideous to look at. They had to banish him. Well, they will get the free rush, like you said. The question is, who takes the Aegis, either Ace or Mid 1? Mid 1's the one been dying a lot.
Cheese too.
And he will take it. Oh, that's right. That is the second rush. I didn't even realize.
Okay, that's like the whole timing of the game just gone within the blink of an eye.
Yeah, 3K lead right now. It was close to 15,000 in favor of Vici. And just a couple deaths with those buybacks coming into play mean all the difference.
They're the kind of things that can happen in games. This is why you don't give up unless you, they didn't lose buildings yet. Vici hadn't invaded their base, and Secret just found this one very minor opening that they made so much out of. It's very impressive here that they managed to get away with this play. Now we'll see what Vici Gaming do, because now it's easy in Vici's position to get a little bit scared, right? Like, okay, we have no buybacks on our cores. Need to be really careful what we do here. And then if you get jumped and caught, you lose the game. But Vici are a very experienced team, so they are still going to play aggressive. They feel strong regardless, and will be going for a move of their own here with Smoke and Moonlight Shadow. Secret, having great vision with their wards, realize this is happening and will be backing off to base. And now, this is, you know, to many this might seem like a useless smoke or unsuccessful, right? They didn't start a fight, they didn't find anyone, but what they managed to do is they forced Secret back into their base, they placed an aggressive ward, and that will give them perhaps some information later that could win them a fight.
Yeah, only time will tell.
Oh,
what do you think of this build on Mirana this game?
I like it.
So you have two really hard right clickers in Void and Mirana. You got the tank in front with Medusa, obviously Doom utility. Pretty well balanced damage output.
Mirana deals a lot of damage in the Chronosphere as well. So if Medusa isn't in the greatest position, Young 11 can put a lot of pressure. This forces Secret to kind of account for all three cores. If you went more of a utility build on Mirana, she wouldn't be that big of a threat. You're like, oh, we isolate one of the other cores and kill them and we're really far ahead in the fight. Mirana can fight back. The one thing I would like to see Vici Gaming get would be one Linken's maybe against this Caudle. I think this Mana League will continue to be a problem if they don't get BKB or Linken's on this Medusa.
Here's a question for you. A swap at somewhat close range, does that mana leaks, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Because it works for Rupture, it's same kind of mechanic.
I don't know
I think
if they work
it's a
the same
certain
way,
range.
actually.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But
I know for Rupture it works 100%,
Yes.
because that is based on just the distance you travel, but I don't know if Mana League is distance traveled or distance moved. You get what I mean? There's like a difference.
yes, I do understand.
Okay.
And that's why I brought it up, because neither of us actually know the answer,
No,
which is
but
pretty typical.
when I just need to make sure when I say something like remotely advanced that I got you on my side here.
Remotely advanced. Stop talking down to me. Well, 25-8 for Vici, but it's only a 3k lead, like we said. The Aegis on mid one right now. It's only going to last for another 2 minutes. The question is, does Secret want to force the issue, or are they going to use this time to try to get a little bit more map position, map control, and just farm?
Are scanning.
They need information, mainly. Both teams are cautious here. If Secret gets some sort of eyes on Vici Gaming's lineup, you'll see them move differently, but for now, it's like, alright, nobody's showing. Maybe Vici are in our jungle. Maybe they're aggressively posed around this top area. Better be safe than sorry. And Vici Gaming don't see Secret either. Yeah. So everybody's just like kind of waiting right now.
Vici is just chilling in their jungle at the moment.
Yeah.
We have the Infest Bomb ready to go. God, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Mid one with that Blink Dagger now in tow. 1 minute 30 seconds on the Aegis. Has the Hurricane Pike as well, so we'll be going for Shivas. So Ultra Mobility for mid one. Pretty cool choice overall with that drum. And Vici is, they've been in the same spot for about 2 minutes, I want to say.
Slightly exaggerated, but I'd give it a minute now.
Like 5-6 minutes they've been there, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. This is kind of this feels like a stalemate.
It really does.
moment.
This does happen sometimes.
And the Aegis has a huge part to do with it. Obviously, Vici has timed it, and
Aegis and buybacks.
with less than a minute to go, you have to expect, of course, the Ags is online for Fata now. We'll see how that comes into play. I believe it used 60% of your current mana, if I'm not mistaken, for that new fire, the unrefined Fire Blast. Is that right?
I believe it's 60.
It's a large percentage.
Yeah, 60%.
So you can always cast it if it's off cooldown, but it
Yes.
drains the crap out of your mana, which means you can't use your other Fire Blast a lot of the time. It's kind of a weird one.
He has Soul Ring, so that gives enough mana in itself for a Fire Blast, and then he can always cast the Unrefined like you said. So even when he's out of mana, if Soul Ring is ready, the combo will always be available to him.
They're playing this very safe.
Notice how Secret have progressed on the map in the last minute, like how they have very...
You see that?
What's that?
The buyback gold 322 for Medusa. That's actually pretty insane. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you very rudely.
Yeah, as you tend to. Now, but just notice how Secret have progressed on the map, right? Like they went from being inside their base top left, and they have gone all the way to the outskirts of Vici's base and the right side of the map by just slowly moving safely. Oh, Doom is going to come out.
Doom onto mid one. He's on the run right now. Puppy in position to swap. He does a nice job. There's the Chronosphere only on the one. Looks like Yapzor might be taking the brunt of the damage, but mid one dies on the backside. It's a 1-for-1 disruptor for OD. Not what you're looking for if you're Secret, at least not yet. Ori pops the BKB. Looks like Fata was the choice. Not sure if they're going to get him. Puppy in the meantime getting a lot of heroes to focus on him with that Spirit Vessel on the right clicks. In the meantime, Ace working towards that Medusa on that kill. 3 for 2 overall. And Ori getting very close to death, and Secret will finish him off. A triple kill for Land. Looks like Doom will be next on the list. A triple kill for Ace on top of that as Fata falls to the ground. Paparazzi and company.
Everybody's
it's actually
dying.
1v1. Just go for it. Let's do it. The old-fashioned duel. Void versus Lifesteal. That's not a good matchup for Lifesteal either.
I think if Lifesteal had a basher, he might actually try, you know,
Yeah,
just
perhaps.
roll the dice.
It looks like he's going for heart right now as well. He is super farm. 19, almost 20k net worth on
You know
Ace.
what did a lot in that fight? Ogre Ags. They actually locked down the Medusa for like 7 seconds straight with Ogre
Man.
and Lifesteal and just killed her at her tower.
I told you it was a great item.
Yeah, I know.
I love Ags on that hero.
Your Aghanims list is actually what these teams use to draft heroes with.
Oh god, no. I actually don't remember what it is on that list. It wasn't great though.
I mean, your number 1 on the list is Alchemist, and he's been ignored the whole tournament. Good job on that one.
I mean, in theory, it's by far the most broken. Let's not have this discussion because I'm definitely right. And I know you don't like to be wrong. Paparazzi in the bot lane. Of course, the Shadowblade BKB, Mask of Madness. That buyback felt like it hurt a lot because he should have more items in this, I feel like.
Yes, he should, for sure. Vici Gaming are still not in the best position ever considering what they had, but looking at the bright side for them, they won a fight into a secret that had Aegis and Cheese, I believe, at the start of that. They still have the Cheese remaining on Lifestealer, and they didn't even lose their tier 2 bottom, so. I love how you can tell that there's just these like moments of opportunity that are really small for both teams and they just pounce on them instantly. It's almost like they're playing on instinct. This Blink Doom from Lanham onto the OD, he had less than a second to make that decision. And then you look at this kill earlier that just snowballed the whole game for Secret with that Monolith kill. Both of those moments were really short. So it seems both teams have a very good idea and just planning for what their win condition is in the fight, like what needs to happen, and then the moment any opportunity presents itself for them to do that thing, they just do it right away.
Yeah, and Doom has been applied to Ace pretty much every fight. He's gotten Rage off most of the time though, so I feel like he doesn't really care that much about being Doom compared to other heroes.
Yeah, the Doom and the OD in that fight just ruined him. He did nothing. Mid one got doomed, he got arrowed. I think I don't know if they tried to swap him or not, but he just got killed in the Chronosphere.
Yeah, they swapped him initially, and then he just got destroyed afterwards.
Yeah.
The fight was pretty spread, though, so I think the question is, if a fight is isolated like that, you have 3 or 4 fights going on simultaneously, who does that favor? What lineup works better? Because Medusa wants everybody kind of grouped up. Same with Disruptor to some degree. Obviously, Doom's a little single target, but Vici it's more AoE-centric.
Yes. I still liked them more in more or less any type of fight, as long as Ori doesn't get Monolith. He has BKB now, so.
Yes, that will help quite a bit, as this game is somehow gone from the dark and dank crevasse that it was in to a pretty even game. 2k net worth for Vici at 38 minutes.
In my mind, Vici just hit a really strong timing now with 2 10-second BKBs. OD is not good against them. Coddle is worthless against these BKBs. Ogre is useless as well. There's actually more or less no way that Secret kill a hero in BKB right now.
Oh boy, Roshan being attempted by Vici Gaming right now. Fata, the Infest Bomb is on its way. They'll find him. They're going to go after the Fire Blast. He's going to work on the Paparazzi. We pop the BKB. Chronosphere onto 2. Looks like most of the damage not really that much. But the Lifestealer. Oh my god, he gets the cheese off just in time. Now he's dealing even more damage. The Refresher Shard still on the ground right now. BKB pop by Lanham. Ace working on more supports. It's a 2-for-1. Mid one to first to fall for Secret. Triple kill for Ace. He is an absolute beast. And Medusa falls afterwards. Who picked up the Refresher Shard? Looks like Fata got the Aegis. An enormous fight for Team Secret. Young 11 looks like he'll be able to get that TP off. Oh, he gets stunned with the blinding light again. Puppey continuing the chase. TP canceled. Young 11 with no mana to speak of. See if they can actually get this kill. Mana leak again. And that is another kill. That's a team wipe for Team Secret. And Ace and company, they're on the footsteps of Vici's base.
There are so many incredible things happening in these fights. So perfect blinding light from Yapzor so they can steal the Aegis with the Ogre. They got multiple really good stuns off with the Ogre in that fight, the swap. Everything coming together for Secret. It looked like Vici were going to have a good fight there. They got the 2-hero Chronosphere, but Ace with 5% HP getting the cheese off just ruined their entire team fight. And the big problem there is it's a good Chrono. Medusa is hitting in the Chrono onto this Lifestealer, but Mirana, where was she? Was she attacking in that Chronosphere? They needed that extra bit of damage, and Secret just maximizing here. They will get at least 2 lanes of barracks now.
Yes.
I actually cannot believe they came back in this game.
This is a crazy, crazy game for sure. 7k net worth lead here for Team Secret. They take 2 lanes of racks. They're going to back up now. Medusa is back in 10 seconds along with Mirana in 25.
I'll almost
Now,
guarantee you this.
will Vici Gaming come back in this game is the question.
I'll almost guarantee you this. There will not be a bigger comeback in this finals than this if Secret wins. I feel like it's like actually an enormous comeback.
Yeah.
It's not only the amount of gold, it's the position they were in the game, the lineups.
Yeah, the lineups is a big deal. Who has the refresher shot right now? Anybody? What do we got here?
Coddle, current.
Okay. Is there anybody that you would like that to have it on that's not Coddle?
OD, maybe.
OD, double Sanity Eclipse. Okay. Paparazzi trying to push out this way.
Swap.
Huge swap from Puppy. That is a long range, and he gets destroyed. 84 seconds, no void. This might be the beginning of the end of game 1 of this best of 5 finals for Captain's Draft 4.0. Ace applying more pressure to this tier 3 tower that Mystic Snake's not going to do a whole lot this stage of the game. And this is going to be mega creeps for Secret, as they're just going to blow up another member. Disruptor falls to the deck. Ori trying his best to hold the heroes at bay. Pops that BKB along with the Stone Gaze. But Secret doesn't seem to care too much about it. As look at the damage on the Mirage. She jumps in and just gets insta-give. GG comes out. Team Secret. Wow. That is a ridiculous game from them. Like you said, not only from a network standpoint, but their lineup compared to Vici made no sense late game. And they found a way, my friend. Good Lord.
Just these very, very, again, the timings. This